way. He can swear by it. And so he don't need nobody. See, when the Bible says when you swear, you got to swear on something greater than you. You remember when they used to say, I swear on my grandmother's grave. Your grandmother dead. Remember we used to say that? I don't know why we did that, but. Because your grandmother's not greater than you, because she's dead. But we swear by, we think what's greater than us. And God said, I swear by myself. And if he swear to you, it's got to come to pass. Here's the problem. There's two things when God blesses Jericho. When God told Joshua to go and fight Jericho, first, God gave him a directive. Go. He gave him a plan. Before God gives you the promise, he's going to give you a plan. If you don't follow the plan, then God won't give you the promise. So let me say it again. So here, let me put it together. God give you a plan. He'll give you the promise, but in the middle is the process. So if you follow God's plan, go through the process. And while you're going through the process, God will deliver you a promise. And once he promised it, no matter what happens, it got to come to pass. And God promised me. And you'll know when you get to the promise. That's why they call it the promised land. But unless Joshua walked and followed God's plan, he wasn't going to never get the promise. If Joshua told God, you crazy, God, we can't handle no Jericho, God would have got Caleb. Because God promised Abraham, I'm going to make you a father of many nations. And sometimes you might not see some of us ain't going to never see our victories. What do you mean? I don't see when people talk about how great this church is. I don't know, but I can see when folk jump in your face. You know when you're about blessing. Let me tell you, the biggest sign of blessing, and here how you know you're blessed. It's not by your friends, it's by your enemies. Bible says you know you're blessed when your enemies start to behave. Your haters is your indicators. Those who will never look at you and speak to you when they come up running your face. And when you walk in the door, I have people run up to me that wouldn't even, 2 years ago, would not even speak to me. I sit there, they sit next to me. And your enemies can recognize you blessed more than you can. Well, I don't believe that. People recognize you lost weight quicker than you do. Because when you're in the process, you can't recognize you being blessed. Because in the process, you're still fighting. You battling. You like Rocky. He won the championship. Adrian, he busted up. Everybody enjoyed the victory better than Rocky did. Rocky ain't get to enjoy it till a week later until his eye came down. And sometimes you got to sit back and the devil will not allow you to celebrate your victories. And let me tell you, celebrate your milestone. I don't care if you want to stop smoking and you smoke 5 packs a day and you went down to 2, celebrate it. By your king. You getting better. You used to shoot up or smoke weed all the time, and you don't smoke weed every day. You smoke weed every other day. Celebrate. I'm on my way. You walking around your addiction, your depression. You're walking around and it's coming down. You're in a process. This church is in the process of greatness. I don't look at how many people come, because people don't understand. I'm planning on knocking out the wall, doing this, and I'll wait for this. God said, don't wait for nothing. Move it around. I put extra seats in the back. And we got 5 or 6 people in the church. And God told me to put extra seating in the back. I put 20 more seats in the back. Y'all don't see I'm doing things. God said, open up the front. I put these things and move them back. Cut them off. So we can have the big screen up there, so we can make more room. He said, don't wait for that wall to come down. Knock it down in your heart, in your mind. Because before I can knock down this walls, we got to knock down some walls in this county. We got to knock down this addiction in this county. We got to knock down these lies, this racism, prejudice, discrimination. Those walls. All the flim-flamming, the shade. I call some people around here shady ink. We got to knock down the murderers, the overdose. Those are walls. And you know when Jesus cast out the devil, people run by that scripture. When he cast out these demons, and when he got out the ship, the demon ran to him. And he begged Jesus, he said, don't drive us out of this area, out of this region. He said, don't drive us out of the country. Don't you know that their spirits and demons have territory and have strongholds? Okay, let me say this. Oh, don't you know certain counties, the addiction or over here in one county, they might have a high rate of suicide. This county or this state have a high rate of drug addiction. One state has a high rate of alcoholism. Don't you know certain regions have certain spirits attached to it? And when you come in, talk with your Holy Ghost self, talking about you're going to change something, don't you know the devil, you're on devil's hit list because you're taking territory? Don't you know we're on the hit list because we want to take territory? And you don't, and I'm sitting there, God, and God said, God said, you don't think they're not going to mess with you? Expect it. And Jesus said, let me go, and I had to go to Matthew. He said, Jesus spoke himself, in this life, you will have trouble. I promise you. But be of good cheer. I have overcome the world. I already got it for you. So we need to be of the cheer that Jesus got it. God got it. And he's the overcomer for us. So now think of the Jerichos you need to come down and start your march. But wait. Sometimes we ask, when I was in church, we always ask God for money to fix stuff. Lord, I got my light bill, I need a check. God may not give you a check. God might give you a plan. The woman with the cruse of oil, the first thing the prophet asked her, he didn't give her money because she needed to pay the bill off because they were going to take her house and sell her 2 sons into slavery to pay the bill. He asked her, what do you have? I got some buckets. He said, well, go borrow some more from your friends and fill it up. Now, she filled all the oil up, great. But oil is not going to pay the debt. She had to go out and sell the oil to get the money, and she sold enough oil that she won't starve, pay her house off, and pay all her debts with, and save her sons. See, that's the difference we don't understand. Your God might give you a plan, but you got to take it further. God filled the buckets full of oil, but if she sat down with the oil and said, God, I got the oil, well, I ain't doing nothing with it, guess what? Sun's gone, she put out, oil wasted. But then she had the idea of going and sell the oil. You got to put some skin in it. And
for upcoming events, announcements, information, and donation, visit us at www.gpwm.org. Find us on Facebook.
gpw.org.
Faith, fellowship, funding, transforming the community, a community outreach. If you're ever in the Baltimore and Arundel County area, please visit us at the Storehouse, 7409A, Baltimore Annapolis Boulevard in Glen Burnie, Maryland. Also, you can reach us on the web at www.gpwm.org. Thanks again for watching.
A place where I